Yo, what's going on, buddy? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In this video, what we're going to be discussing is Bill Belichick. As you know, you've probably seen he's been relieved of duties of coaching for the New England Patriots. He has parted ways with the New England Patriots. Nice way of just saying he's been fired. I was going to make this video a couple days ago whenever the news actually broke, but I decided I was going to wait a little bit because I knew there was going to be some other news coming out that is the official news now that Jared Mayo, I think is how you say his name, is now going to be the new head coach of the New England Patriots. He's been on the Patriots coaching staff for the past couple years since about 2019 as the inside linebackers coach. He's going to now be taking over as the head coach of the New England Patriots. He's got some big shoes to fill to take over as Bill Belichick's replacement for the next maybe year, 2 years, 3 years, or however long that may be. But what we're going to be discussing in this video is, like I said, we're going to be discussing why Bill Belichick was relieved of duties. I think it's very obvious. We're going to discuss how is Jared Mayo going to do as the Patriots head coach going forward. Is he going to be able to be successful? Could he win a title? Could he at least get the Patriots back to the playoffs? And by the end, I'm going to kind of wrap it up by talking about just the legacy of Bill Belichick, what he's leaving behind in New England, and just everything great that he has been to the game of the NFL. But I'm going to get straight onto this, so if you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you can drop a like. Be very much appreciated if you do so. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, there's going to be this link down in the description. I'll put it down there. It's a quick little article just kind of talking about Bill Belichick, what he leaves behind in New England. It's an ESPN article. Like I said, I'll put it down in the description if you want to go check it out, read it completely for yourself. But after the news broke about Belichick leaving the New England Patriots, they had their press conference, and I kind of wanted to talk about some of the quotes that they talked about in the press conference, things that Robert Kraft said and things that Bill Belichick said. It says here, during the press conference, Robert Kraft called Bill Belichick the greatest coach of all time and deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Obviously, that is going to be said by every single person out there. It also says, and I quote, "This is a move that we mutually agreed that is needed at this time," Kraft said. Quote, "What Bill accomplished, in my opinion, will never be duplicated," quote. It also then goes on to say how Belichick talked about how he will always be a Patriot, and he thanked Kraft and his family for the opportunity and support, saying, quote, "We had a vision of building a championship football team here, and that has exceeded my wildest dreams and expectations. I'm very proud of that. I'll always have those great memories. Will carry those with me the rest of my life," quote. Now, people are going to be wondering, why did they even fire him? He had a bad year this year, yes, but who said he couldn't bounce back next season? I think it was almost time. For those of you who do not know, when Brady left, people talked about, was it Brady or was it Belichick winning all that time in New England? Well, since Brady left, Brady went to Tampa Bay and immediately got a title. Whereas Belichick, he got to the playoffs that year, but didn't do anything else. The year after that, they were one win away from getting to the playoffs. They got steamrolled by the Bills. Then this year, they just didn't do jack shit. Now, in any way, am I saying that Belichick is a bad coach? No, I think he's a really good coach. I think this team with Belichick, and if he had better talent, they could have more of an average season, maybe a 9 to 10 win season. I said this in a video previously where I talked about Bill Belichick, the reason why he'll probably be getting fired. And I said his problem is he's the head coach and the general manager. He needs to just be the coach. And I think they came to him, talked about this, and they said, would you be willing to give up some responsibilities, just be a coach? He said yes, but then it's like right after he said, I'm willing to give up some responsibilities, we then go forward and find out this news that he's going to be relieving his duties of being even the head coach of the New England Patriots and just completely leaving the franchise. So when it comes to Bill Belichick, here's the thing I want to know about him. Where will he go? Because obviously, like I said, with New England, the talent was just not there. The quarterback position was not there. They didn't have receivers. The defense was okay, but it's built on a bunch of just, generally, I would say, nobody. Janitors, school teachers, bus drivers, random hobos. That's what his team was basically built on. He built his franchise on just a bunch of bums who had maybe 1% talent, and he would string that talent out of you and get the best out of everything he could out of every single person. I'm sorry to tell you, Bill, but in this generation, you have to acquire talent. If you have a top 5 draft pick, you need to go get the best talent available. You can't be drafting a guy that's like in the 60th best overall player in the draft at number 5. You got to draft the guy. This year they have the 3rd overall pick. Are they going to be drafting a quarterback like a Drake May, a Jaden Daniels, or are they going to go draft some random bum offensive lineman that could have been selected in like the 5th round? Before I go any further, I want to just go and say this. I think Bill Belichick is still, even though Tom Brady kind of proved that it was a little bit more of Tom Brady than Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, he was a legend for one and for all. He's the GOAT. With Bill Belichick, he's up there in the GOAT conversation. I think he pretty much is the GOAT. The thing is, he has that possibility of being just the eternal GOAT. Nobody can debate it if he can pass Don Shula's record. Correction, George Halas's record. He already passed Don Shula. He has the possibility to pass George Halas's record. The last time I checked, I think he needs like 15 more wins in order to pass the record. He would need either one legendary season, or if he's going to be coaching the way he was last season with the Patriots, he's going to need to string together a couple of seasons. Meaning, I think if he can go out this season, whatever team it may be, we'll get that in a minute, whatever team it may be, and he can string together a 7 to 10 win season, do that, and then go do it again, get to the playoffs, you can easily get the record, Bill. But I will say this, Bill Belichick is probably going to go down as the greatest coach of all time. 6 Super Bowls, 9 Super Bowl appearances. He's got 2 as assistant, or 6 as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator, so 8 Super Bowl titles total. He's got enough rings to cover almost his whole hand. The guy is going to be legendary for the rest of life. And now to kind of wrap it up, let's talk about where he could go. I've already made a previous video talking about this, of where he could go. I've talked about he could possibly go to the Chargers. I talked about he could go to the Raiders. He could go to the Falcons. He could go anywhere that wants to get him. People have talked about maybe one of these playoff teams, maybe the Eagles. There is a possibility maybe they fire Nick Sirianni if they don't go far in these playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just saying there's a possibility. Without getting off track, I would say this. Falcons are a possibility, but I think the Chargers could also be there, and maybe the Raiders. Those are like the teams that maybe he could go after. The Chargers and the Raiders seem like the best choices because they have talent there that he's already capable of working with. The Chargers would have the quarterback. The Raiders would have the defense. So it's like you have kind of those pieces already set in place out there. But I wonder, is he going to be the kind of guy that likes living in LA or likes living in Las Vegas? Or would he rather go to a place like Atlanta that's at least somewhat similar to kind of what Boston was? It's not a big time flashy city. I get it. Atlanta is kind of a big flashy city, but they're not like La La Land or Vegas type flashy. And with Atlanta, he's already got the talent. If they can go trade for Justin Fields in the offseason from the Bears, you then have your entire offense set up. If you can get a really good offensive coordinator in there to just develop Justin Fields and help get this offense rolling, you coach the defense, Bill, and you guys could easily steamroll that division. Because with the Panthers not looking good right now, the Saints are trying to come back after a 9-8 season, and who knows what the Buccaneers will be next season. Who knows if Baker Mayfield comes back after next season, because he is only on a one-year contract. You guys could run that division with being a head coach of the Falcons. But I'm gonna wrap it up with this. I said in the intro, like I said, Gerard Moore, he's gonna be the new head coach of the Patriots. I think he's gonna be okay. I think he can do good. I'm going to make a prediction and say they might honestly only win like 7 to 8 wins, but that's better than what they did this year, and he's going to be going in the next season. Who knows who his quarterback's going to be? Who knows what he's going to do with the position players, because they are also going to need to get a general manager in there, because if Bill Belichick was the general manager and the head coach, they're going to have to hire a general manager. At the time of recording this, I have not seen news about a general manager being hired just yet. It's going to be interesting to see kind of how Gerard Mayo kind of goes with the Patriots and what their plans are with them. Is he going to be the long-term piece? Is he going to be the short-term piece? Is he going to be able to go in here, and is he going to be able to just hire whoever he wants whenever it comes to coordinators, or is he going to be told by Robert Kraft, you got to hire from within your staff? Or is he going to be somebody that hires within his staff when in reality he needs to go hire from somewhere else? Bring in smart coordinators. And the last thing I will say this, for the Patriots fans that may be watching this, don't get your hopes up for next season. If you're thinking that, oh my God, next season we have a chance to go change the landscape of this team, maybe with Belichick gone now, we can go roll the AFC East now. Maybe we can get back into the contention for the AFC. Don't get your hopes up. Your possibility of winning the AFC is like at least 2 to 3 years out. Yeah, on a good day. Winning the division, I don't think it's even going to happen next season. You guys are going to be still around like the 7 or 10, 8 and 10 mark, or 8 and 9 mark next season. It's going to be a long road. Like I said, you got to get that quarterback position fixed. You get that offense fixed. And then if Gerard Mayo is already coaching the defense in a way, and he can keep that defense playing high flying like he already has and get some better talent in there, the Patriots could be a scary team within about 2 to 3 years. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure to go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much, and you want to leave your opinion on the whole Bill Belichick thing down in the comment section down below. What your opinion is on if you think he should have just been retired, if you think he's going to get a new head coaching job, where you think he's going to go, Falcons, Chargers, Raiders, etc. What you think about Gerard Mayo, if you think he's going to be a good head coach. Like I said, leave your opinion down in the comment section down below, what your opinion is on the whole thing and how you think everything's going to play out. If you're a fan of the content that I do post here and you want to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so, and do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.